Alright, so here is what I like to call the buggy. It's a 93 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, inline 6. Here's just a walk around right now, then I'll get into details. This is a really good example of what you can have with just around like $1,500, and that wasn't all at one go, that was over time. I got the whole Jeep without the door and without the hatch, without the tires and everything. I got it for $300. Technically I paid $400 for it, but I sold the hitch and I sold a set of wheels that it came with for $100. So total, I was only out $300 for this whole rig. And then I bought tires for it, and then I got these doors here for the rear and cut them in half to make like a bed. It's because then you have the, as you can see, you got the hatch I also cut in half with, and we have a nice little bed in here. But I'll get into details about everything. So here it is. It's pretty sweet. This thing is a beast on the trails. Like I said, I like to call it the buggy. But yeah, so we're gonna jump right into it. So first and foremost, let's just start with the headlights. These are Dodge Dakota headlights. They're actually flipped upside down. The guy I bought the Jeep from wired them up, which is why, you know, it's got them. But you know, I like the look. I really do like the look. It makes it stand out way more than any other Grand Cherokee on the road, that's for sure. So there's those. And then these lights here, we had these little like cheap off-road plastic lights. They work decent. And then we got the light bar. Those 3 lights I had previously, so I didn't pay anything for those, but here they are turned on. As you can see, they work, and it's really helpful at night for sure. So yeah, like I said, this is a good example of what you can have. You just have some patience, a little bit of money. Like I said before, this wasn't all in one go. So I think total, I figured it up, and I have almost exactly $1,500 in this thing, and that's including the price of the vehicle, which isn't bad, and that's been over the course of a year. So but yeah, so the headlights, the grill here, I got the grill from a junkyard, $50, not too bad. Rattle can paint job, obviously. It's all flat colors. I kind of like it. It's pretty neat. So yeah, so the grill I got from a junkyard. I got these limb risers here. I actually had in my other Jeep. I made actual limb riser brackets that go between the hood and the fender, so I didn't have to drill in here. So I got a new hood from the same junkyard I got on the grill and put that hood on my Jeep, and then the hood that was on my Jeep I put on here. So it's got some limb risers. These were like $30 at Tractor Supply. Nothing too special about them. Just drilled in through the top. And it just had these little clamps here that hold them on. The mirrors, these are, I believe, these are JK mirrors or TJ mirrors. I forget which ones, but I got them off eBay. They were like $23, and I just screwed them into where the door would go, like the door bracket. So it's got mirrors. It is technically street legal, except for the exhaust, but you know, that doesn't really matter. Obviously cut fenders, cut them. I originally was clearing 35 12.5 BF Goodrich tires, all-terrains. I had those on there for about a year. They weren't balanced or anything, and they had a lot of dry rot. Sorry, these cars are going by. Look at that. Anyway, I got them off Facebook. I got a set of 4 on Facebook, BF Goodrich 35 12.5s for $100. One of them had a really bad leak in it, like a really big chunk of rubber taken out of the inside of the lining, which I didn't see. So I went on Facebook and got 2 more for $50. So I was running 35 12.5s, which it cleared pretty decent. When I got the Jeep, it had a 3.5 inch lift with pucks, but we had a parts XJ laying around that had an actual lift on it, and this is a 4-inch coil spring from an XJ. So I put the 4-inch coil spring on here from an XJ. Got some like 5.5 to 7.5 inch shocks, rough country, all the way around. That was 350 bucks. And then in terms of lift, that's pretty much it. Obviously cut fenders. I got 2-inch wheel spacers on there. That helps it stick out a little more and helps it clear. The entire inside of the wheel well is just hammered flat. I mean, it's pretty. I took some time on flattening everything I could, and you can see here. But yeah, so then I'm trying to think what else I do. So these doors came from a parts Jeep off Facebook. I think I got them for 50 bucks for both. Here's a hitch I'm going to be putting on it for a tow point in the rear. So yeah, everything's pretty much good. We've been using this thing a lot for bringing up wood from the woods because an Amish guy came and logged our woods. So we've been cutting it up and bringing it up with this. So yeah, there's the door. And then obviously we have the rear hatch on there, which is pretty neat. Made these little grab handles out of paracord. I just strung them through the roof there. And then yeah, let's move on. So let's see, cover the lift. 4-inch XJ coil spring in the front. And then back here we have, I think the guy said it was a ZJ front coil spring in the rear, and then I put a 2-inch puck spacer on it, and I malleted the fenders on this side. I didn't cut them on the top there, but then I took the bumper cover off, which gave me a ton of clearance in the back. And then obviously you have the rough country shock. So control arms and sway bar and the shoot, what is this, track bar, that's all stock to my knowledge. It's just, this is strictly a trail. It actually doesn't ride too bad on the street. It rides pretty straight, but it's strictly a trail rig, so I'm not too concerned about the geometry of things. It's just, you know, practicality. It does what it needs to do and doesn't give me any issues. So that's the lift. Covered the lift. All right, so next we're gonna move on to the tires. I actually got these not too long ago, just shoot, maybe a week ago. These are 33, 12.5, 15-inch Super Swamper boggers, TSL. Facebook, again, I got $300 in all 4 of these boggers, and they actually have a good amount of tread left. As you can see from here, a decent amount in the center, but then we got like a ton on the side. And obviously you have all these lugs on the side of the tires as well. $300 was really good. I got these mounted and balanced, so they ride pretty sweet too. Only one of them had a nail sticking in it, but I plugged that and it's been perfectly fine. Like I said, I could clear 35s, but these 33s were a good deal, and now I have more flex and I have a full turning radius without any issues. So that's the boggers. They work really well, even with this little, like how much tread is wore down, they work like pretty dang well. Boggers, I can only imagine what brand new boggers, how effective they are off-road. They're just so pricey, it's crazy. So there's the boggers. Got these wheels here. I don't know what they originally came off of, but these were on the parts XJ that we had. It's pretty nice. And then, let's see what else we got. The Snorkel, obviously. The Snorkel is brand new as of last night. This was off of Walmart.com, and there was a small period of time, I think it was like a week at the most, where they were selling snorkels for ZJs for like $23 to $25. So we actually bought one. I just installed it yesterday. Let's pop the hood here and show you. I went crazy on sealing everything I could in terms of this Snorkel, and it works amazing. So I got an air box. When I got the Jeep, it didn't have an air box. It had an open air intake. So I got an air box off eBay. I threw in my old air filter from my other Jeep. And then here we go. Here's the Snorkel. As you can see, I mean, I just went crazy siliconing anything that air could get through. Siliconed the rubber tube here that connects to this piece here underneath. It's kind of hard to tell. And then I siliconed all up in there. Can't really tell. In here. where the actual snorkel goes into like the breather part. I don't know. It's like the extension to reach it to the airbox. A ton of silicone in there, so this thing is airtight. I actually held a napkin up to it when it was running the other day, and it just stuck there and almost like sucked in. So it's pretty dang powerful. But the snorkel on there, looking pretty good. The engine has 153,000 miles. Pretty clean, if I do say so myself. We have an electric fan. I think the guy said it came off a WJ. I'm not sure exactly, but got the electric fan, works really well, and just everything about this engine is great. He has upgraded injectors in here, and he had done a ton of work to the engine, so it's pretty quick for a 4-liter. But yeah, it surprisingly doesn't leak anything, and it runs like a top. Here, I'll turn it on for you. It's got no exhaust right now, so it's a little loud. I'm gonna put a muffler on it in the next couple days. Runs really good. Yeah, real healthy, real loud. Again, I'm gonna put a glass pack muffler on that for the off-road park we go to. In the rules, they require mufflers, but you know, we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's the Jeep, the buggy. Nothing much else to say really. It's a simple rig, but effective. It's pretty nice. Like, you can get a really decent trail rig for cheap. You just need to have patience. You need to have patience to look for the things that you want that are used. So like, I never in a million years would have bought new tires for this. I never would have bought, well, I bought new shocks, but they were discounted. The doors, I bought off of a guy on Facebook who was just trying to scrap his Jeep. The snorkel, I got this way for a discount. I actually was going to make my own from PVC, but I don't know why Walmart.com had it so cheap, but they did. And then like, the trick, you just have to find the things that you need used for free from other people. There's ways to get around buying everything new. So obviously the rockers are in terrible condition, but it is a trail rig strictly. Not too worried about it. So there's the inside. I had some spray and bed liner I put in here. They got the gas tank that'll be used when we go out trail riding. Then we had this, like, it was a CB antenna. Put a little flag on it, and then it broke. Andrew was driving down the road. So. But anyway, it's the Jeep, it's the buggy. That's how it sits right now. Looks pretty dang mean, if I do say so myself. Let me know in the comments what you think about this rig, and I'll see you guys next time.